Alright guys, we're doing a declutter. I literally have brought out every bit of my makeup and it is all sitting on my dining room table in front of me. I just watched Eyes on Allison's eyeshadow palette declutter and I was like, there's a couple palettes I'd like to get rid of, and then I thought, let's literally go through every single thing, hold it, and decide whether or not I want to keep it around to use it. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get rid of, but we're doing it. The only things that are not sitting in front of me right now are things that are currently in my makeup basket. So that's makeup that I'm currently panning, using. I don't dislike any of the products in the makeup basket currently, so all that's staying. Let's get into all of this. I should have brought baby wipes. Alright, so we're going to start with the little stack of drugstore type palettes. I have this e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette. I honestly haven't used it a lot lately, but I really like these shades, and I know it works really well when I combine it with a matte palette or some of my singles, so I'm going to keep this guy. I do have the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild and two of their Au Naturel palettes. I have Nude Awakening and Bare Necessities, and I actually like all of these palettes. Again, this is one that you kind of have to pair with mattes, but I like it, and I do like both of these. I like the looks that I get from them, so I will keep them. And this one is a little quint that I haven't really played with yet. I just recently decided to actually keep it and not give it to my daughter because it's not colors she'll wear as eyeshadow. So I was like, I'll play with it. I like the orange in it, so I just knocked over the camera. So keeping the stack of drugstore palettes that I have. I also have the Revealed 2 palette. I really like the looks that I've gotten from this. I think my only complaint is that it doesn't have a mirror because I do like using the mirrors, but I like the palette. I am going to keep it. This doesn't seem like it's going very well. I have Tartelette and Tartelette in Bloom. I like both of these palettes. I used this in my makeup basket for a couple weeks, had no issues with it, and haven't got a chance to really dig into this one, but definitely keeping. Next up are my Too Faced palettes. I only have the Natural Matte and the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. I like both of these. I think this is the one that I've got some dips, going in some of the shades. I like this one. I love, 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 love this one. This is one that's really good to pair with those palettes that are all shimmer. So keeping both of my Too Faced palettes. Alright, now I have the Balm palettes. I already know I'm getting rid of both of these. I have not touched this palette at all this year. I realized about halfway through the year that I hadn't touched it and was like, I really need to use that one, and I just can't get myself to use it. I like the colors. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's just, hey, you can see my tank top. It's just not a palette I'm reaching for, and the looks that I get from it aren't the ones that I want. I have other palettes that I'm choosing over it, so it's gotta go. It's going to a friend though, so she'll definitely use it. The other palette is the Meat Matte Nude. I actually had this in a makeup basket, and I like some of the colors, but I just can't make a look out of this. I don't know if I'm handicapped or what. I don't like the looks I get if I use just this palette. It's a good, like, complementary palette, but even then, I'd rather use the Natural Matte or my singles. I don't like this palette, and I've kept it because I'm like, I don't want to just, toss a palette. It's the Balm. I like the Balm. I don't want to toss them, but in all honesty, it's not a palette I'm going to reach for, and I'd rather just give them to a better home. So they're going. Next, I've got my Urban Decay palettes. I love, 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 love my Gwen Stefani palette. I love it. I love it, but I also love Gwen Stefani, so I'm keeping this one. Naked 3, I love the colors. These are my kind of colors, so keeping it. And Naked 2, though I like it, is going to a new home because it's not one that I'm going to pick for when it comes to neutral looks. This is just an unloved palette. I don't think I've used it all year, so it's going to a new home. Next, I've got some randoms here. I have the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia. This is my first Anastasia palette. I love the colors. I love the looks that I've gotten from it so far, and it's, I think, really my only, like, super warm toned palette minus my unzip. So keeping this one. And I have the NYX face palette. I actually like this palette. Sorry, you guys are seeing my fan. But I am going to keep this. I do enjoy using it. Plus, I like the fact that the pans are refillable now. And now we have the stack of these guys. This is all Lorac. I have the Mega Pro 3. I love it. I have the first one also. It's in my makeup basket currently. I have the Unzips. Love them, keeping them. And I have 1, 2, 3 on the Pros. Love them, keeping them. I think Lorac is my favorite eyeshadow brand. Lastly, I have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brushes, like her favorites palette. This is an alright palette. I really just want to keep it because it gives me some of these weird colors that I don't have a lot of, and just something to kind of play with when I want certain weird different looks that I normally don't do. So I am going to keep this around for now. And I have my little Z palette. I don't have a problem with any of these shades. These are Wet n Wild, these are e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. duo, and then these are Mary Kay. They all work really well, so I am going to keep those singles. Now, let's kind of go in order of face. I have primers. I have a couple non-cruelty free. I actually like both of these primers, so I will keep them, use them up, and get them out of the collection. I have 2 by e.l.f. that are face primers that I like both of those, and my friend just gave me the Gimme Good Face by Trust Fund Beauty. Seems like it'll be an alright primer. I haven't used it just yet. I have nothing but deluxe samples for eyeshadow primer. I have Benefit's Air Patrol and 2 of the Shadow Insurances. Excuse me, that was a hiccup. And 2 of the Lorac Behind the Scenes. I do plan on using these up in the upcoming year, so all of these guys are currently going to stay. Oh, and my Urban Decay primer setting spray stuff is staying also. Next, we have concealers. The only 2 that are in here are the Conceal Correct Contour Palette by NYX. I actually like this. I haven't used it a lot lately because I found a liquid one by e.l.f. that I really like. So I will probably get back into this summertime when my face is a little less dry. And I have the Pixie Peach Corrector. I do like this one also, so keeping it. I don't have a lot of concealers. And I have a Bare Minerals like loose powder concealer also, and that's literally all of my concealers, so I'm good in the concealer department. I think that's the only like controlled one that I have. Next we have face. I have 2 shades of the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. I actually like this one, so I will keep it, use it up so I don't waste my money, even though it's not cruelty free. I have 2 of the Fergie BB creams. I like this one. I have the Wet n Wild Tinted Moisturizer. I like this one. This is like holy grail for me, so it is staying. Then I have a little sample of the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's in 5.0, which is too dark for me, but I figured it'd be a good mixer for like the BB creams that are kind of light. We'll see how that goes. I have the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, their Flawless Foundation, and their Foundation Serum. I haven't given these 2 a full-blown go at it, and this one is okay for me. I kind of have to mix in something a little more creamy to make it work, but so far I don't hate any of these, so I'm going to keep them. Next we have powders. I have 1 pressed foundation one left. This is Coverall's Wet n Wild, which is fine. I have a couple pressed translucent ones. I don't mind any of these, so I will keep them, use them, but I have way too many. I need to kind of get this stuff under control. I have the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I love that stuff. I have their actual just HD powder, which I love. Then I have It's Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I'd rather just buy the e.l.f. one, honestly. It kind of does the same thing. And then I have the City Color HD powder, which also does the same thing as the e.l.f. one. So I'll just get the e.l.f. one in the future. And I have the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I think this is honestly going to be one that I kind of work out because it's not my favorite. Like, it's okay, but I just don't see the point in paying that much. And that's all of my powders. All right, next for eyebrows. I have 2 eyebrow powders. I like both of these. I will probably work through one and just keep the other. I have 1 brow pomade that I like. I have 1 brow pencil that I like, 1 brow mascara, and I have this one, which I haven't tried out yet, so I'm going to keep both of these guys. And I have a little baby spoolie. And I have this. It's a highlighting pencil by Cella, and I just feel like it's an unnecessary step for me. I don't really carve out my eyebrows. I was using it kind of as a waterline type thing, but I just don't see the point in that. I don't really need that, so I think I'm actually going to pass this on and get rid of it. I'm not using it, so why keep it? Let's go ahead and pull all of these liners and mascaras and random pencil-y type things. All right, mascaras. I have the Flower Beauty Zoom In Ultimate Mascara. Haven't opened this yet, so don't know. I just recently got the Tartiste by Tarte, so I'll see how I like that. And I have Essence Get Big Lashes. I love this mascara. This is my waterproof. I think I got this in waterproof also. Pretty sure I did, but these 3 are staying. I'm currently working on deluxe sample sizes, so I'm pretty happy that I only have 3 mascaras in my collection right now. It's pretty amazing for me. I have 2 liquid liners. I have this Model Launcher one, which is in Emerald Isle. It's a green, which is fun to play with. And I got the Tartiste one. It's a dual-ended one, and so there's a liquid liner and a black liner. I'm going to keep both of these because those are the only 2 I have, so it's not too bad. I do have a black, a white, and what is this? A black brown by Wet n Wild. And I guess this willow one too. I think that's what color this is in. These are dry when I try to use them to line the top part of my lid, so I just feel like it's not what I'm into anymore. I'm really glad I resisted buying them when they were at Dollar Tree in duo packs for $1, because these just aren't my favorite. I've found others that I just simply like more, so these are going to go. I have these Milani Shadow Eyes, and I love these. These make amazing bases. I am going to keep all of these. I have a brown, let's see, is that all of them? Yeah, a brown, a green, a white, a blue, which I've used the most. Obviously, it's the shortest. I have 2 different purples, like a brighter one and then a darker one, and then a gold, which I will always use these type things. I feel like I don't need as many, but I feel like these last a little longer than what a pot does. So keeping those for now. I have, let's see, I have these liners by Milani. Clearly I've used these a bunch. They're really nice. They're the liquid eyes and they go on really creamy. They work great in your waterline. They last a while, so I do want to keep those ones. I have one by Cargo that I haven't given a chance yet, so we're going to keep him. I have 2 little minis by Lorac. I do like this one, so keeping it. I have a Bare Minerals black liner. I haven't used it yet, so going to keep it to try it out. I have 2 different Essence ones. That's the over one. Where's the other Essence one? Here. And they are like black browns or brown colored ones. I do like these. I just haven't used them because I've been trying to get through a bunch of black liners. I have 3 glitter ones by e.l.f. These work good on the lid, just not on my waterline, which is kind of where I put eyeliner now. So I think I'm going to pass these on. Then I've got, let's see, the Bella Pierre one. I love this one. It lasts a really long time in the waterline. I have an Ophir one that my daughter gave me, and I haven't really used it yet. I have a little sample of the Too Faced waterproof one. This is just in black, so gonna keep this one. And I have the Sonia Kashuk in Olive Suede. Again, this one doesn't work great on the waterline, only on the lids, so I'm going to pass this one on. And there we go. I think that was pretty successful. Now let's get into the random little lip container. Alright, first I have these little e.l.f. lip balm tints. I really like these. I'm kind of working through some lip balms now, and these will be the ones at my bedside and in the bathroom and such like that. I do have a couple lip glosses. I am not a lip gloss person, but these three are samples. One is a tiny one in Lorac Goddess. This one is Fudge by Anastasia, and this is a Butter Balm by Ulta. And then I have a full size of Metallic Rose. They're pretty. There are colors that I would top it with, and none of them seem too sticky. I'm kind of trying to let lip gloss redeem themselves. I was just going to give these to Haley for Christmas, but their color's intense enough that it looks more like a lipstick color, and they're not colors that she'd really wear, so I'm just gonna give them a go and try to use them for now. If not, I'll end up getting rid of them. We'll see how that goes. I have these little lip crayons by Wet n Wild. I have a couple that are from the Fergie line, and then a couple that are just regularly in the line. I really like these. They feel great. They wear easy, so I am going to keep them. I have a couple lip liners that are Wet n Wild, but I am going to get rid of them because they are drier than the other lip liners I have, so there's just no point in keeping them. Gonna be mature and get rid of them. I have a bunch of lip liners by ColourPop. I love ColourPop and their liners, so keeping those. I also love ColourPop lipstick, so we're gonna keep those guys. And I'm only down to 3. Where's my other ones? I'm only down to 3. Anyways, I have an Urban Decay Ozone and an e.l.f. lip lock. These kind of work when you don't have a color lip liner that works that well. I have an Essence lip liner that is nice, and I have 4 Jordana ones that I like, so gonna keep those guys. I have this Raspberry Rose matte lip crayon from Ulta. I actually really like it. And then the Lord & Berry's lip liner, lip color thing in Intimacy. It's a pretty color. I haven't used it yet, so we'll be keeping that. And I have this liquid matte by Too Faced that does not fit in my little lip thing, so keeping that. I love the color. Alright, next are these little displays. I have a couple lip balms. They aren't expired. They work great, so keeping them. I have 3 of these High Voltage by NYX, 2 purples and an orange. I really like the colors, keeping them. I have 2 of the Butter lipsticks by NYX that I like the color in, and I have 3 of the soft matte lip creams that I really like and am going to keep. I just got a sample of a Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie in Get Ready that I'm going to keep, and I have 3 colors by Essence that I'm going to keep because I like. Now, I like this color, it's such a mess, by e.l.f., but the lipstick broke off and the bullet itself kind of sucks, so I'm just going to get rid of it because I never reach for it because it makes such a mess and it's a pain in the butt, so getting rid of that one. But I do have one of their moisturizing lipsticks in Rosy Go Round, so I'm going to keep this one around. Now, I have this Lip Bar lipstick, and it's in Coral, or it's in Kiss Me, which is a super bright coral. I've tried to wear it a couple times, and though I've gotten into the purples and stuff, this one just, it's such a pretty packaging, but I don't like the lip color, so it's going to go. I have a Jordana Sweet Cream Matte. This is in Fantasy Fairy. It's a pretty color. I love it, but oh man, I just got it on the table. It crumbles off your lips within an hour, so not a fan of this at all. Going to get rid of it, and I would like to get another blue lipstick. I do have 2 of the Jordana Modern Matte lipsticks, and I do really like them, so keeping those guys. And next, I have 4 of the Milani Matte lipsticks. I've got an orange, a red, a pinky nude type color, and a purple. Love them, keeping them. I have Wet n Wild's Take It Like a Vamp, but this one just kind of goes on patchy, and it's a cool color, but the formula just kind of sucks for it, so unfortunately, I am getting rid of that one. I have 1 by ColourPop that's Lumiere 2. I love it. Keeping it. I have 3 by Isabel. These are amazing. I like those. And then I have 5 of the colors by Milani, the Amore Mattes. I like these. I have 4 of the Burt's Bees lipsticks, and I do like the color, the payoff, so keeping those. I have 2 of the Fergie Wet n Wild lipsticks. I love these colors, but they do try to move around a lot on me, which I'm not a fan of. And I really like these colors, but I think I'm going to pass them on because they're more difficult to wear, so I don't tend to wear them. They just don't stay put the way I would like them to, so this sucks. Getting rid of those guys. And I do have 3 more Wet n Wild colors. These are like a regular lipstick matte kind of formula, I think, right? I don't even know. It doesn't say which lipsticks they are, but they're nice. I like them, and I am going to keep them. Highlight. I love highlight. I have this little jelly pong pong like glow getter. It looks like a little nail polish. I just recently got this and haven't played with it, so going to keep it. I have 3 stick highlighters. I like these. You kind of have to work with these guys a little to get them emollient and work well, but they do work well. And I like the fact that they're kind of a cream, but they're going to last longer for me. I don't think they're going to dry out as fast. Benefit Watts Up. Love this. Keeping it. And I have 3 by ColourPop, and I love all 3 of these colors. I am going to keep them, just really focus on working on them over the next year so that they don't go to waste. I have this Hollywood Bronze and Glow by W7. The bronzer sucks, but the highlight's amazing, so I'm keeping it. I have Wet n Wild's Color Icon in Reserve Your Cabana. I love this for a subtle highlight, so I will keep it. I have this one by Fergie, and it is called Hollywood Boulevard. They still sell it, but it has a new name, like Boozy Brunch or something like that. So keeping this one, I do like it. I have Mary Lou and Cindy Lou. I love both of these, so I will keep them. And I have the Ofra highlight, and I really like this highlight, but I'm kind of just so over it because I tried panning. I did, you know, hit pan on it. But I don't like it swirled together as much as I like these 2 center shades. I've gotten a ton of use out of it, and I think I'm just going to let this one go because I'm really over it. Since I hit pan on it, I haven't touched it. I haven't wanted to touch it, and I don't feel like I ever will because I like other highlights more than this one. So, going to get rid of this guy. Alright, on to bronzer. I have a few. Let's start in the back. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. Love it. Keeping it. I have this guy in Carnival in Rio. I did use this a little over the summer. It is a darker one, but I like it. I have Ticket to Brazil and Bikini Contest by Wet n Wild. I do like these bronzers. Going to keep them. I have Betty Lou. I have the Butter Bronzer. Love both of those. And I have this contouring powder by Mother Home, but it honestly, it works nice, but it's not my favorite, so I am going to get rid of that. I have Honolulu by W7, which I really like. I have Tarte's Park Avenue Princess, which I like. I have a Pacifica sample. I haven't used this one yet, so gonna keep it. I have Lorax Tantalizer in matte sample. It's nice. I'll keep it. I have the Model Co. bronzer. It's super shimmery. Hey. I don't know. I use this one like on my décolleté, but I feel like there's other ones that I like more than this one. So is it going to go or am I going to keep it? I'm going to keep it, and if I don't use it over this next year, if I don't reach for it at all, then I'm going to get rid of it. I have an Ulta and a Cargo Duo that I both like, both of them, so they will stay. I just got this one by Hikari. It's kind of cool. It has 4 little squares, and it blends nicely, so I will hold on to that. And I have 2 of the Contouring Blush Bronzer Duos by e.l.f. One in Fiji and the other in Turks Caicos. So I do like both of these and will be keeping them. Okay, so my battery died, and in the meantime, I did clean off all the other makeup and put it back where it belongs. So let's just get into the last 2 baskets that are left. And because I did hesitate on this bronzer by Model Co., it has a glitter in it. That's why I can only use it on my body. But I can use my other bronzers for that. So because I hesitated, I am going to get rid of this. And let's do blushes next. First I have this blush palette. I actually have 3 of the dark shades and 1 of the light shades. I used to have both, but I didn't find myself using all of them, and I liked the darker colors more. I still really like these. They are super pigmented, so I am going to keep this one. I have 2 Wet n Wild blushes that are from the Fergie line. I have Brush with Brilliance and Brush with Destiny. I like both of these. I use them a ton this year. We'll keep them. I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes in Mellow Wine, Apricot in the middle, and Rose Champagne. These are all really pretty blushes. Going to keep them. Let's see here. The last Wet n Wild blush I have is the ombre one in My Tai Buy You a Drink. It is a pretty blush, but I feel like to get good pigmentation, you have to build it up a lot, and then there's so much shimmer in it, it's not my favorite, so it's going to go. Then I've got one by Japonesque that I just got from a friend, and it is Velvet Touch blush in shade number 2. I do like the color, and I haven't given it a go, so gonna do that. And I have 2 by The Balm. These are my favorites. I have the Instain in Pinstripe. This thing has been through some shit. And Frat Boy. So, gonna keep these guys. I have 2 by Milani in the big ones. This is Romantic Rose. I love, 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 love this blush. And this is actually an illuminating face powder in Amber Nectar. This is too dark for a highlight for me. It works okay as a blush for me, but it's not my favorite. I'm probably never going to reach for it unless I force myself to, so I don't love it. It's gonna go. I do also have Milani's Luminoso, which I do love. It is gorgeous. I feel like these kind of are the same thing, but this just has more pigmentation, and I love it, so keeping it. I have a Too Faced blush in Baby Love. Too Faced, you can see my bunnies are kind of gone now. My husband got me this. I love this blush and am keeping it. I just got this one. It is Seraphine Botanicals Guava Butter. It's supposed to be a lip and cheek stain. The color is really pretty. I haven't really used it, so I do want to give this a try before deciding its fate. I have a e.l.f. HD cream blush in Superstar. I do like the color. The only bad thing is you can see how much it's moved up. It squirts out way too much product than what you need, so it kind of goes fast, I think, when you're using it regularly. I have the the Essence Silky Touch blush in Baby Doll, right? Yes. And this blush is super pretty. It does have a sheen to it. I like it. I'm keeping it. And I have 2 by Model Co. in Cosmopolitan and Peach Bellini. These are beautiful blushes. Definitely keeping these guys. And the last basket is my eyeshadow singles. There is a trio in here because he just doesn't really fit with all the palettes. This is Plaid to the Bone by Wet n Wild. This is freaking gorgeous. I love it. It just came out. It's limited edition. I'm not sure if you can still get it in stores, but keeping it. I have a single that I just got from Carrie. I think this is Urban Decay's Lounge, I want to say. I can't remember. But it's a really pretty shade. I am going to add this to my Z palette. And she also gave me this color Spice Market by Nomad. And it's a really pretty color. So going to keep it and play with it. I'm going to see if I can pop it out of this thing though and put it in my Z palette. I like my singles in the Z palette. I have 3 loose eyeshadows. These are by Bare Minerals. They're all pearl, and I've got Magnificent, Blissful, and Cultured. These are really pretty, and the Cultured one works well as a highlight, so keeping those. They're my only loose ones. I have this Urban Decay one in Midnight Cowboy. I don't know if there's a way to get the pan out of the container easily, so let me know down below and I'll put it in my Z palette. If not, I'll just let it hang out by itself. And then I do have a Cargo Duo which I don't think would be easy to get out. And this is in Joey and the Rocks. It's really pretty. I do like simple duos like this, like the e.l.f. one that I have in my palette, because this makes a great lid shade, and then you just blend this into the crease and you're done. 2 shadows, done. Love it. I have 3 of the e.l.f. What do they call these? Paint pots? I don't know what they actually call them. This one is in Brownie Points. This one's Cruisin' Chic, and then this one is Ain't That Sweet. They're all very different colors. I like them. They work really well. I am going to keep them, and they're only like, or I think I paid $1 a piece for them, but I think they're regularly like $2. So amazing price, and they work as good as Maybelline's Color Tattoos. And as you can see, I have a ton of ColourPop ones. I have gone through all of these already and tried them out throughout weeks to make sure that these colors are colors I like. I have 4 of them currently in my makeup basket that I'm panning. The rest of these are kind of like lid shade colors. I have Kathleen Lights, Puppy Love. This one is Rumor Has It. I have, which one is this? Porter, Kindness. This one has a ton of use on it. Coconut. Look at this color. Oh my god. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it. And what are these 2 here? This one's Midnight, and this is Weenie. So I really like this one too. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on it yet. Keeping those, nothing gone from my singles. I kind of have it narrowed down to what I like. I've been working on using stuff and seeing if I like it throughout this year. So that is everything for my collection. And this is actually what I'm getting rid of. A highlight, a bronzer, a contour, a couple blushes, a few lip products, lots of liners that I know aren't my favorite, and 3 eyeshadow palettes. So I think it was a decent declutter for kind of the end of the year, like, let's really get serious about this. All the other products that I have in my collection now are really things that I enjoy, so I urge you, if you feel like you need to do it, just go ahead and do it and purge a little. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Bye!